Twitch. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Live from Paradiso. It's Super Gamekast 2 with your host, me. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Bronson Fiore. This is Super Gamecast 2, your number one place on the internet for video game news. I am joined by the HR Ninja, Jesse Pewitt, and
Hello, good morning.
the Mod Mommy, Emily Hulslander.
Oh, it's good to be back.
It's very good to be back and almost back on a normal schedule again, thank Christ.
Yep.
Almost.
Dude, June and the first half of July just had whooped my ass.
Yeah.
So finally getting out of that and into a heat wave, which is always lovely.
Always
and
fun.
Not horrible at all. God, I hate Nevada sometimes.
It's so hot.
No, it was 100 degrees at the river yesterday. I was out there for an hour and like 10 minutes and still got a heat rash.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Shit sucked real bad. Other than that, hey guys, video games have happened. We're gonna talk about those, including our boy Jesse here getting a Steamdeck.
I did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
It's got fingerprints on it. You can tell I use it.
yeah. all those emulators and portable pornography. As is
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the sole use for it. Riding the train and watching porn.
Yeah, just like on the PSP. The tradition must live on.
Jesus.
That's right. Kids in the back seats in high school with their PSPs watching porn. Yep. I remember those times.
Yep. Now they just do it on their phone.
Yeah, they do.
Disappointing. Back in the day, we had to go to great lengths for portable pornography. Oh, lordy. So, hey guys, some news that is very relevant to this channel happened. Bayonetta 3 has a date and a trailer.
Yeah.
And it looks hype as fuck.
Bet you were happy about that.
Oh my god. I was happy for it for a lot of reasons. Like, I'm excited for the game. I'm excited it's out in October, one of, if not my favorite month of the year. I'm happy, I'm fucking stoked that that's on my fantasy team. That's another confirmed release for the fantasy team. Like all W's here. Let's go.
I was actually talking about this with my coworker.
Mm-hmm.
Since it was originally announced, we hadn't heard anything.
We had one other trailer, like the 2021 trailer?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we had 2 directs since then. And now we get something. Now we get a release date, and it's like hit us right in the face with all the Bayonetta shit.
Oh yeah, no, like let's see. So they announced this game at the Game Awards in 2017.
Right.
It is out 5 years later. Even factoring in pandemic time, that is long as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah,
long time coming.
You know, it looks really cool. It looks like there's a bunch of multiverse stuff, a bunch of kaiju stuff. Like it legitimately looks like I always wondered how they were going to take Bayonetta to the next level after Bayonetta 2. Because I'm like, this game just is so crazy and over the top and hype as hell. And they're like, okay, what if you had like 10 Bayonettas? Like a coven of Bayonettas from different universes. And I'm just like, and like you merge with the demons that you summon. And on top of that, let's go ahead and put in more kaiju fights. Demon, kaiju fights.
We always need more kaiju fights. I'm here for it.
Always.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big theme in Japanese games going forward with Bayonetta and Final Fantasy doing it, for sure.
Yeah.
Giant kaiju fights.
Yes, but it looks great. Jesse, what was your hot take on this? Are you a Bayonetta fan?
I am a huge Bayonetta fan.
Okay,
So
so
this will be a day one purchase for sure.
oh yeah, I'm literally going to stream it like that. Let's see, it comes out on a Friday. Yeah, so like I'm straight up going to like stream it all day that Friday, all day, and all day Saturday until it's beaten. Like but yeah, what do you think of the trailer?
I thought it looked pretty sick. I like from the reveal in 2017 that it was coming to like this trailer. I tried really hard not to get my hopes up, but based on the trailer that we got, I think it's going to deliver. It looks just so good.
Yes, the new playable character looks great. You know, they're doing the DMC thing where they're splitting the pro tag. You know, like this game looks hype. Em, did you get a chance to watch the trailer?
I did.
What'd you
And
think?
I'm in that boat. I'm on that hype train. It's like, oh,
Did
buddy.
did you get a did you play the other two Bayonettas by chance?
I did not, but I have seen you guys play it.
Well, good news. So this is a Switch game,
Right.
and they are doing a triple pack with all three Bayonettas towards release.
Yes. Oh,
Oh.
thank
So
God.
so
So
you
I can
can
actually play Bayonetta
yes.
now.
Yes, you can play
Thank
all
you.
three of the Bayonettas. They're also doing a collector's edition, which comes with a fancy art book
Ooh.
and a like special like inserts with art from all three Bayonettas.
Right.
Oh, and they're also doing a physical edition of Bayonetta 1 for Switch, which was originally only in Japan. So a lot of
cool.
good news if you are a Bayonetta fan like myself.
Yeah.
Also, I found this timing for this really funny because I'll go into this more later. But I was playing a lot of Devil May Cry 5 this week, so
I saw that.
yeah.
Uh,
So that was the thing, and then a little bit of controversy floated around with Bayonetta. So they're putting a new mode in the game, so you can play it in front of Grandma. Which is called Naive Angel Mode. And what it does is what's going on here?
no, I'm like, they're actually doing this?
Yeah, I think
Why?
I
Yeah,
have
it's whatever.
yeah, it's like you can turn it on or off. You can have sexy Bayonetta
Mhm.
still.
Okay.
Just now you can just play
It's just
it
a
in
toggle on the game. Okay.
yeah, it's just like now you
And now you can play it in front of your super religious relatives.
and not have them like freak out too much, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'll try and get a video up. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, it doesn't impact me in any way, and it gets more people to play it. Then whatever.
Yeah, like that's
That's
basically
fair.
that's my hot take on it too. Like this does. I'm putting it up on the screen here for everyone to get a good look at. Does it show? Okay, it's showing. So this is what you can expect out of Naive Angel mode. Off, on. There you go.
Okay.
So not too big of a deal. Like it like the people freaking out about this just seem dumb to me.
It's very weird. It's a weird thing to freak out about. Like it's not going to impact your game at all.
It's not. You can literally never touch it. But people are like, this is just like it's not even like censoring. It's literally just, hey, this is so you can play the game in public also because it's on the Switch.
Yes.
You know, I mean, granted, if you're one of those people watching porn on your PSP in the back of class, you probably wouldn't care. But
You don't care anyway.
but yeah. So I don't know why there's a controversy here. It's stupid, but it is what it is. I think it's actually cool because I remember there were definitely games like that when I was younger, especially Japanese games, where I'm just like, I really hope my parents don't walk in.
Yeah, they always walk in at the worst part, right? Like,
Yeah, like there's definitely
especially
some.
when you're watching anime. Like, and my parents come, "What the hell you want?" It's fine. He got a snake bite. That's why his pants are down. Just calm down.
You know, it's just like how in Metal Gear, like there's so many scenes of Metal Gear, like I'm so glad like my parents didn't walk in on.
Yes.
So there's that. Hey, Nintendo recognizes same-sex marriage in spite of Japanese laws. Good job on Nintendo. So
We
Nintendo
love you.
Nintendo has updated its corporate social responsibility guidelines to confirm it provides same-sex couples the benefits that opposite-sex couples receive. Japan does not currently allow same-sex couples to marry in the country, which makes the move from Nintendo an important one. As spotted by Go Nintendo, the gaming company has released its CSR report covering the topic on consumer supply chain, employees, and environment. Its employees section, that is the most notable, as Nintendo publicly acknowledges that it formally recognizes same-sex marriage within same-sex relationships within the company. We introduced the partnership in 2021 as one initiative based on this philosophy. Although same-sex marriage are not currently recognized under Japanese law, the system ensures employees who are in a domestic partnership with the same partner have the same benefits as an employee in an opposite-sex marriage. We have also established that common law marriage couples will be observed in the same way as a legal marriage. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good news.
So, yeah, great, good on Nintendo. Nintendo, good guy. It doesn't happen all the time, but good guy Nintendo. So good for them. Happy about that. Next up is Nintendo also wants to prevent your Switch from overheating. So, hey, the Nintendo put out a little guide, an FAQ on their Japanese website, and there's an English language version as well, which is like talking about, hey, don't overheat your Switch. A lot of people with portable devices assume they're meant to go anywhere, and then like they sit in a beach bag or in a 100-degree car, especially in sleep mode, and then they go to it and they're like, why won't it turn on? So basically, especially in Japan where it's very hot, it gets very humid during the summer. The average in Tokyo is like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hilarious to Jesse and I, but still. They've come out and they did a bunch of tweets on like, this is where the vents are. Don't cover these. Please don't leave it, like, it's ideally used in 41 to 95 Fahrenheit, 5 to 35 Celsius. Also, so it goes into that. Yeah, so that's that. They're trying to help you guys out. So, fun fact: if you have an iPhone, though, if it gets too hot, it literally just turns itself off. So that
you get a heat warning and then it just shuts off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that from when I had an iPhone back in the day.
Yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that. But everyone else, stuff gets hot. Don't electronics and heat is bad. I feel like this isn't a controversial take.
Absolutely not. Yep.
There's a reason. Like, I actually had a kind of realization with this to like. So I noticed like my PC was running kind of warm, like on Tuesday this week, and I was just like, why is it running at like 70 Celsius when I haven't done much with it? And I was like, oh, because I turned it on before I turned the AC on. So it's just been blowing hot air through itself. That makes sense. So yeah, no. So be careful with this kind of stuff, peeps. So anyway, that's good guy Nintendo status here. Good for them. Next up,
I wonder if they're trying to just like recover from that PR nightmare they had about contractors and stuff.
I mean, I think that's part of it. Every move a major, especially publicly traded corporation makes is financially motivated, and
Yep.
PR motivated. Like, if it's not publicly traded, like, like then they don't care because it doesn't affect the investment money too much. But like, if it's publicly traded, which Nintendo is, like, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's we'll see where that goes, but I hope that Nintendo continues to do cool stuff like this, and maybe treat their employees well. That'd be nice. It's, as I am learning, getting into it now, the tech industry is a land filled with contractors.
Yep.
It is, especially if you're like a low or entry or mid-level tech employee. Just contractors for days. Yeah. Like Microsoft's like, oh, so much of our data entry is like contractors. Which like, to be fair, like in our case, we still get benefits and still get a lot of stuff with it, but it's still just like still not the same level of privilege as the full-time boys are. And
Right.
I don't know why they can't take that in-house as is, but whatever. It is what it is. So, next up is, hey, Metal Gear. That is not a sad topic at all.
Oh
No.
no, of course not.
Well,
Why
Metal
would it
Gear's
be?
Only good news.
yeah, Metal Gear's 35th anniversary is like happening right now. Like, it was it was 4 days ago as this recording. 7/13/87 was the release of the first Metal Gear game on the
Metal
Nintendo.
Gear is 35?
Yeah, because they
Damn.
had 2 games on the original Nintendo before the PlayStation 1 hit of Solid. So, Metal Gear is 35. And most games for 35th anniversary do a lot of stuff, right? Like, Zelda
Well, not Metroid, but
look, we all know Metroid is the redheaded stepchild of Nintendo.
it sure is.
It's like Harry. It stays in its little closet and it gets trotted out every now and then. Yep. And then like you have F-Zero and Punch-Out just chained in the basement.
Right.
So,
but you're right. For Zelda, you get things like this.
Yeah, like Zelda, you get like the Game & Watch and the special Zelda Joy-Cons and stuff like that. For Mario, you got a special Switch and a bunch of other stuff. Like, Mario got Mario 35, and like a bunch of different Mario games came out. Like, Final Fantasy, I'm sure Final Fantasy's hitting 35th soon. It's probably gonna have something cool. This like what I read what they're doing for the 35th anniversary, I was like, this is so sad. Like,
what are they doing for Metal Gear's 35th?
Okay.
I caught this.
They post this on Twitter, the official Metal Gear Twitter. Today marks the 35th anniversary of the Metal Gear series. Thank you to everyone that enjoyed and celebrated the series so far. We ask for your patience as preparations are underway to make the temporarily removed titles available again. MG 35th. The bare minimum.
Oh boy.
Oh, cool. Thank you for relisting Metal Gear 2 and 3 on Xbox and PS3. Thank you so much. And they were taken down because you didn't renew your historical license footage in time. So this is something that you created. Thank you. Oh my god.
What? Even Atlas, like
Atlas went pretty hardcore
for shit. Like
Atlas went pretty hardcore for the 25th anniversary of Persona. Like they went out. Like they have vinyl set, that record player, all that merch, that like real velvet room at Anime Expo. Like they went big, dude.
They went hard.
Yeah, like this is just like sad.
Yeah, it is. It's very sad.
And I was like talking with my coworker about this today, where like, or not today, but like the other day, where it's just like, if you want to play through the entirety of Metal Gear, it sucks ass right now. It's not a good experience. Well, it's not because the games are bad, like some parts of them haven't aged great, but like it's because, okay, you want to play Metal Gear 1. Alright, so you have to either go and get a cracked emulated version, break out your PS3, PS1, or PS2.
Yep.
Or you can play the Twin Snakes on Wii, GameCube, or emulated, which I think that's the better game. Don't at me, Metal Gear fanboys. So Metal Gear Solid 2 is a little easier because you got that PC version that's been modded to hell and back to actually work well. You
Mhm.
got you can play it on 360, PS2, PS3, and Vita. Metal Gear 3, same thing, but also had the 3DS. Peace Walker, you can play on a PSP, a Vita, or PS3, and all the Xbox from 360 onward. And then,
Mhm.
like, you know, Metal Gear 5 and Ground Zeroes are fine. They're on all the modern platforms, which are all backwards compatible. Those two, you don't. And it's just like, and then Metal Gear on the, like, from the 80s is on part of Metal Gear 3. So, don't worry there. So, but, like, just, bruh. Like, man, they could make all the money in the world if they were just like, all right, we're going to like hire a studio that does this kind of stuff. They used to hire Blue Point, but they are owned by Sony now, so I guess they could pay money to Sony, but Konami's cheap. They're not gonna do that. So
Right.
they're gonna go out. They're gonna hire a studio that's known for these kind of ports, and then just be like, all right. Oh yeah, Metal Gear 4. I forgot. Sorry, it's locked to PS3 and PS3 only. And PC, PS3 emulators are trash still, so you probably have trouble getting stuff up. So so like, okay, like just think of this: you go out and you farm out to a studio. Hey, we need 4K and 1080p upreses of Twin Snakes 2, 3, Peace Walker, and then 4, and 4 moved off PS3 to other platforms. And then you just take current Metal Gear 5 and once again do a 4K upres job. So basically just port the PC version to PS5 and Xbox.
And call it a
And
day.
and then you like put it in one box, or you can probably split it across two boxes, Kingdom Hearts did, and make all the money in the world. Like, especially because like that's a franchise that has a lot of hype around it. Like,
Yep.
but doesn't like. But a lot of people missed out on it. Like my girlfriend never played it because she's only a PC gamer. Yeah, right. Like that's a perfect example of like someone, and I think she'd probably like it. So, and like there's plenty of games like that, that like get renewed and get a lot of traction and really blow up. You know,
I would bet it would do pretty well, even if they didn't upscale or upres any of it. If they just said, "Here, play the entire Metal Gear collection in one place for the first time," and it would sell really well.
Yeah, but I think if you wanted to blow up, the upres job wouldn't hurt, and it wouldn't be
I
hard
agree.
or a ton of money. Like,
Yeah.
like it, like just dude, it's just so frustrating, especially because like you see like these old games pop up on Twitch or other platforms and get a ton of traction when this kind of stuff happens, and it's just mind-boggling. Oh man. All right, well, Metal Gear, I miss you.
One day.
I'm sorry they did you dirty.
One day when Konami sells the rights.
One day.
They're never gonna do it though, because apparently those pachinko machines pop off.
Yeah, apparently those make a ton of money.
Like, our literal best hope is that rumor that like Sony is paying to use the license on a remake. Like that's literally our best hope.
Yep.
So pray that that's happening. Oh. All right, so, all right. Speaking of more bad video game news. Hey
Oh
guys.
boy.
Hey guys. You know Assassin's Creed Liberation, that Vita game that got ported to like PC and everything.
Yeah.
So, Ubisoft is pulling Assassin's Creed Liberation HD from Steam. At the request of the publisher, Assassin's Creed Liberation HD is no longer on Steam. It's being removed on September 1st. It's shutting down online connectivity for 15 games on the same date, with Liberation being one of them. You'll be unable to link Ubisoft accounts in game. Ubisoft said of the PC version only. Additionally, the installation access DLC will be unavailable. The version of Liberation, which is an HD port of Vita game, is also available with Assassin's Creed 3, but that costs $40. Users have bought and paid for the original would have to, buy it again. Removing access to the game for customers without offering refunds is unheard of on Steam, though it appears that will set the precedent with Liberation HD. There was an update that came out later, though, that did say, hey, if you already own it, you can still play or re-download it. That is not true. Or that is true. So they were wrong on part of the story. This is
I feel
always...
like
Go ahead.
I don't know, like the whole digital marketplace for games, right? It all comes back to that fear that like you don't actually own your games at that point.
Yeah.
But I guess this isn't any different than any other game getting delisted on Steam, right? Like Deadpool, you can't buy Deadpool anymore, but you can still download and play it if you bought it previously.
Right, this was a big deal because originally, you weren't able to read it. Like that,
Right.
That's why it was like, oh shit, that sucks, real hard.
Yeah.
Versus this, where it's just like, it's fine. Like it's still like a big fear you always have, and it's the big fear of like digital only everything. Like it's like I own all my Xbox games digitally, and Microsoft is really good at legacy support. So like,
Right.
trust me, as someone who's on their back end, maybe a little too good. Like they're really good at legacy support. Like Microsoft is supporting shit from like the mid '90s right now, internally, to give you some perspective. And like Steam has a very good reputation, so I'm like, but they're also beholden to publisher wills too. So that one's a little shakier. And then Sony and Nintendo I have no faith in. Like at all.
None.
Not like zero. Like the only reason I buy all my Switch games digitally is because of the fact that it's a portable console.
Yep.
That's it. And also because I damn well know if they do decide to pull everything, I can just, go in and crack that thing. So the answer always goes back to piracy, it seems.
Yeah. Well, with everything, right? Like everything is leading toward going back to piracy, from like all these extra streaming networks and subscriptions and shit to now games getting delisted and just all of the piracy seems to be making a comeback.
Yeah, dude, start sailing the high seas of the internet. I
have to change my name to HR Pirate.
I would love that. I would like if you just go full piracy. I would love to just log into Discord one day and Steam and see HR Pirates. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, like it's one of those things where it's always a concern. I like, and the thing is, this needs to get better, and these companies do need to get better about this. Like Sony in particular, like Nintendo, like they're kind of off their own little, like they're just in this like weird bubble of like, oh, you're just never gonna accept common anything, so I just don't. Fine. But like Sony in particular, like, God, streaming PS3 games sucks. Have you gotten a chance to try it yet?
No, just based off the feedback that I've heard, it's not worth trying.
Like, I give it a shot because I'm curious. Because like I'm on like a wired connection on fiber, and I'm like, there's still artifacting here. There's still delay here. Like playing like Resistance looked really grainy when I played it. Like I played Resistance 3, like just. And it's like, that's the only way you can get those games without buying a PS3, maintaining a PS3. And then eventually they're going to pull those PS3 servers, and then you'll have to replace your CMOS battery and all this other shit. So have fun with that. Yeah. Like, it's just. And, like, I get it that they're doing better now because, like, PS5 plays, like, 99.9% of PS4 games. And that's great. And, like, but, like, Xbox did, and I realize that's a bigger task because of Cell, but it's like Xbox did the work to go in and make 360 games backwards compatible, and now it's just licensing issues that are stopping more of it. You know, like I want that Budokai HD collection on Xbox Series, but I know it's not going to happen because licensing, especially licensing with Koei Tecmo.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Koei Tecmo, Namco, and then God, what's the parent company for Dragon Ball again?
Shueisha.
Yes, yeah, those bastards. So yeah, like it's just. I'm saying if you guys want a good chance to keep your games forever, with and be sure to have them forever, like hard copy is the answer.
Yes.
The problem with that though is now more and more stuff requires digital activation or digital patches to run anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah, like it is what it is. so, all right. Anyone have any other commentary on that before we move forward?
We did get a comment in the chat from our friend Ash Pendragon. Speaking of pirates, did you hear about the backlash from Skull and Bones?
I did not. I heard that demo did not go great, and that's about it. It didn't really trend into my sphere of news too much.
Yeah, that's about all I heard as well.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, pirate game demo doesn't go well. Well, Sea of Thieves made it out okay. Sea of Thieves ended up being fun. It just took 2 years to get it, up to speed.
Right.
Just go back to Black Flag.
I mean, if I can get people to come with me, I do Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
It's
I just need to renew my Xbox membership.
Yeah.
And level up hard.
Yeah. Like I think that gotta. We gotta do that Xbox stream for you sometime. We might have to push about a month just because of everything.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Which is fine,
Yeah, it's. I did not expect to get an infected tooth and have a terrible Vegas trip and then get what my girlfriend and I have affectionately called not COVID. Because we had every symptom of COVID, but didn't have COVID. Yeah.
Always fun. Always fun.
I took two tests. I took the rapid and the full one that you have to send off to the lab. And both of them were like, nah, bro, you don't got COVID. And I was like, okay, well, this feels like COVID. So I don't know. Need a crew member for Sea of Thieves? Yeah, dude, we're always looking for Sea of Thieves homies. That's not actually what we're starting up now. We're gonna be starting up GTA again tomorrow, assuming everyone can make it. If not, then I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. Might just be me streaming something by myself. Alright, so with that news, we have one last little thing before what we've been playing, and then Jesse and I doing a deep dive on Dragonflight. Hey, Last of Us Part 1 Remake. The developer says it is not a cash grab. Robert Morrison. Yeah, no, you can even see it in the show notes. I put lol.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Let's.
If it wasn't a cash grab, why wouldn't you show more of these new things? Is my response.
Yep.
Okay, so comment from Ash Pendrick. Also, the backlash was we're using the same graphics from Black Flag when it was first released, and it's only available on the newest Xbox and PS5, even though it's been in development for years. That game just seems like it's in development hell. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember hearing about that shit like 4 E3s ago.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't. Yeah. So that, once again, not necessarily surprising me.
It'll be Skull and Bones forever.
If it does come out, maybe it'll tank, and that'll be their like free to play, like season based version.
Then in a couple of years, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Kind of like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
That's the tradition with video games now. They come out, they're trash, and then you wait 2 years.
Yep. Unfortunately, yep.
No, dude, when a video game comes out, it is like actually good. I'm almost shocked. Like it's
Right.
in that state. Like it's a sad state of affairs. Like, which to be fair, like if we didn't do this show, I'd probably buy a lot less new releases and then just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so so he said Robert Morrison, who worked on God of War, Resident Evil 7, and Injustice, and now Last of Us Part 1, that says, "This is the most meticulously built and crafted project that I've ever seen or been a part of in my entire career. The game is a remake of the original 2013 version and has updated animations, new AI based on Last of Us Part 2. That's good. That AI was great. 60 FPS performance and an upgraded combat system. It has faced criticism regarding its $70 price tag. However, with some suggesting that the remake shouldn't be the same as a brand new game, it shouldn't. Such as Horizon Forbidden West or Returnal, Morrison disagrees, saying that the remake has the highest level of care and attention to detail. The developer has shown off some new models and animations already, with tests being a recent example. A short trailer was also released ahead of it. Like, the problem is, though, is like, you look at that trailer, and it's like not impactful at all. At all. Like it's like, okay, like it looks like someone did like a 4K up-res and adjust the environments a little, and like they didn't show any of the gameplay for like any of the new AI or the upgrade combat system. And the thing is, if it's the same environments, then that shit's just gonna be wonky as fuck anyway. Like, I don't, because like, okay, think of like Last of Us 2. Did either of you play Last of Us 2?
Yep.
Okay, think of like big branching environments with all this different stuff, and like Last of Us 1 is mostly like very narrow, smaller environments. And like,
it's a hallway with a couple of big rooms like throughout the hallway.
Right. Like, there are some exceptions, like the town and in the winter, and like but like university, mostly indoor area where the combat happens. The subway trams, like the hospital, all these places where a lot of the combat happens are indoor and not these big sprawling environments. And I'm sitting here and like, okay, so how are we dealing with this? Because you haven't said you're redoing any of the environments. So this is just going to be janky at minimum. Like, I don't... dude, I'm sorry. Like, it might... you might have put a lot of work into it, but it feels like a cash grab.
Yeah, well, especially with that price point, like...
Right, like... Yeah, like, exactly. 100%. Because, like, you look at the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, which is both PS4 Uncharted games. Right? And not only is it both PS4 Uncharted games, it is... they have been up-res to 4K with a new 60 FPS mode. Now, they didn't redo AI. They didn't go back and redo any combat stuff. But that's still 2 games for $50, and they hold up great.
Yep.
Like, it's... And unlike Last of Us, they haven't been ported twice. So, like, it just feels kind of gross, and especially because you're not showing us this new combat, and you're not showing us if new environments are happening. You're just being like, no, it'll be worth it. And I fucking love The Last of Us. Okay, there's an Ellie statue in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like those games are fucking awesome. But like this game didn't need this.
No.
You know, you could have Naughty Dog be working on that Last of Us multiplayer game, or Naughty Dog like just doing anything else. You know,
Yeah.
like
This feels wildly unnecessary, and it does feel like a cash grab. Like it doesn't matter how much you defend it, and I'd be interested to see how it does in September.
yeah, it's just like once again $70. That's $10 over what most games charge these days. Still, like I'd hate to tell you this, Sony, like it's you, EA, and Activision are banging the $70 drum.
Yes.
No, not many other people.
Sure as shit, not the consumers. Like,
Yeah, no, especially now. You know, and just
is
like
is The Last of Us on the PS Plus collection?
the first one, or like,
Yeah.
or like, yeah, like the
Like
PS4.
God of War's on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like it's on there. I mean, I have a PlayStation right here. We can find out.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, like it's just like I don't know. Like, let's see, remake the Ratchet and Clank games or Jack and Daxter games. They deserve so. Yeah, dude.
Yes, please.
Like Ratchet and Clank, the Tools of
Okay, it's on
Destruction. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, like the PS3 trilogy, like but with a rift apart assets. Like, dude, that'd be sick as
That'd
hell.
be sick.
That'd be super good, you know. But like instead, like, and I get that. Okay, they have a TV show. Like they have a TV show. Like there's a TV show this year. We're doing the Last of Us TV show. But like, bruh, you
Right,
know, like,
right. Calm down.
you know, like,
Keep it in your pants.
like, literally, you could have just done a 4K upres job, sold it for like $40, and gone about your day. Like, this just seems like a waste of resources. It just seems like it's here to promote the TV show. You know, and some people are gonna say, okay, what about Ghost of Tsushima? That was $70 when it got a PS5 port too, and it still is, by the way. Yeah, but that game was only a year old. And it was
not,
also
like, 5.
yeah, it was kind of like a Game of the Year edition because it had
Yep.
you know all the DLC and a bunch of extra bonuses in it. Like, and it was once again only a year old. Versus,
I hate that we're getting this and we're not getting 60 FPS Bloodborne.
yeah, no, like
Where the
Bloodborne,
hell is that?
like
Come on.
literally Bloodborne doesn't even need a remake like this. Just do a 4K upres with 60 FPS. But
Oh, good.
you're done. Just there you go.
Play the shit out of that. I would buy that 3 times. I don't care, Sony. Make it done. Make it happen.
Right, like it's it's frustrating. It's just
Very.
you know, like just I don't know what they're thinking with this beyond like, oh, Last of Us is our most popular thing, and like, oh, we got a TV show coming too. Like that has to be it.
Yeah, and
Well-
it's got to be the TV show. When does the TV show start to air?
It's on. It's gonna be on HBO. It's later this year.
I'm looking it up right now, so.
Oh, it's got pushed to 2023, but filming wrapped.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, filming wrapped in June. Or no, hold on. It might air later this year. Last of Us TV series. So, yeah, finished filming in June. And it
Oh no, Season 1, Episode 1, 2023.
Yeah, early 2023. Which, okay, this also just seems really soon for that. Like, just it. Oh my god, dude! Just I don't, you know. And I'm one of those people who was like nice to the Uncharted movie. Like I was like, this is fine.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable movie, but
It
like
wasn't
I
horrible.
don't know. I started watching that Resident Evil Netflix show. That's a dumpster fire, but I watched it.
No.
Yeah. Like this is on HBO Max, which I have anyway, so like I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But like
Right.
it's like, yeah, just you could have put these resources anywhere else
Literally anywhere else.
and just done a like quick 4K upres and everyone would have been happy.
Yes.
Okay. It is what it is. I just love how he's defending it too. Like
Well,
it's
yeah, I mean, he's got to, right?
I mean,
Oh
no,
yeah, you're right, guys. It's cash grab.
No, he can just not say anything. There you go.
That's true. That's true.
There you go. That's a way to do it. Just don't say a goddamn thing. Just
Say
be like,
nothing.
guys. In some cases, silence is better. Or if it is true and it is not a cash grab, which I'll see because I'm a big Last of Us fan. I'll pick it up if it's not actually just total cash grab. If it's not, then show it. Like, be like, nah, dude, check out this new combat stuff we did.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and be like, it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's just stupid. Alright, hey, that's most of the news. The last bit of news is all related to World of Warcraft, so we're saving that for at the end. Hey, we played video games. Jesse played the most interesting video game, though.
Yeah.
He...
Hotline Miami.
But where did you play this video game?
I played it on a Steamdeck.
Yeah, man. So you got the 650 edition, the 512 gig?
Yeah, I got the 512 gig. I sold my iPhone at GameStop, like, I don't know, back in December. And if you're like, I got more money out of it by becoming like a pro member or whatever it is that they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a pro member, every month you get a $5 coupon on whatever.
So you've been saving up on that.
Yeah, I have slowly been buying $100 Steam gift cards and getting $5 off on each one. So I made like $60 more out of GameStop. But I used those to purchase the Steam Deck, so like the pain wasn't as bad. But it's there's definitely a learning curve if you want to get into like the tweaking of the stuff. The Steam Deck OS works pretty well.
So I want to ask before we get into like the tweaking, like modding, that kind of stuff. How is like the base level experience? Like I go like the what we'll call the Switch experience. I go on, I want to play game, I download game and play game.
It's pretty flawless. I haven't had any real issues just using like base Steam games. Even if they're not like deck verified, so they haven't been verified to run really well on a deck. I mean, here's the intro to Devil May Cry 5. Running at almost 60 FPS.
Running at
it's like at 48, but I haven't tweaked it at all, right?
Oh, that's pretty.
But you can go in and just like on any other PC, right? You can adjust settings and stuff and get into the game.
Okay, so all right,
and you can tweak stuff like right from, I think it's this button. Like under the battery menu, you can like limit your TDP, you can limit your GPU clocks, you can lower your CPU speed, you can put frame rate limits and refresh rate limits on there.
I love every part of this, but I also am like, this really is just the ultimate Leatherman guy device.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It totally is. Like,
I mean, so I haven't tweaked anything, and I'm at 50 FPS right now.
That's pretty good. Like that's about
Yeah.
what you get out of the PS5 version when ray tracing is on and all the fancy things are on. So, that's pretty great actually. Like that's so that's great. Like because as someone who is looking into this thing and probably won't get one for a while because I think they're absurdly overpriced. Like as someone who is like the person who was not going to bother with emulators or installing any of that crap, like that the fact that the core experience is good and interesting is very dope.
Yeah. And there's not like, if you're just looking at the core experience and not wanting to tweak anything, it's fine. It's great. I have really enjoyed going through and just playing like even simple stuff like Cuphead. I put Doom Eternal on here because you can run Doom Eternal on a toaster, and I wanted to see how that would go. Devil May Cry 5 runs fine. I've got Max Payne 3 on here that I tried to play for a little bit that ran fine, and then I've got stuff like XCOM. What else is on here? The Letter, the Shanty
Oh yeah,
games, the Genie.
Shantae, yeah.
Shantae, yeah. Shantae.
Yeah. Half Genie Hero.
That's right. I've got all those games on here. It's been a really good experience so far.
Hang on. Comment in the chat. You know what needs to make a real comeback? Game Sharks.
Yes.
I think those went away just because, like, I think the publishers, especially the console makers, were not happy with them.
Yeah.
And especially
that's probably
now with
true.
all the online games and the online environment. Because people were using those things. Because I remember back in the day, people would use those things to hack original Xboxes, and then games would get filled with cheaters. It was really fucking obnoxious. Unfortunately, that thing is going by the wayside because of online games being so prevalent. In fact, that's actually one of my big annoyances that I've seen out of Steam Deck. You can't play Destiny 2 because of its anti-cheat. Can't work on here.
Yeah, that's true. Like even with like widescreen hacks, if the game has easy anti-cheat, you can't use any widescreen hacks.
That's really annoying.
It is very annoying. One of the things that I did on here was install a bunch of emulators. So I've got the Metroid Prime trilogy from the Wii on here, and using like gyro controls and twin stick controls while playing. The thing that really surprised me with this is that I have found that I have a love for gyro controls. I absolutely hated them when I played it on like the first Splatoon, right? But since then, like using the sticks for like big sweeping movements and then using gyro controls for like fine movements like sniping or whatever, I found that I really enjoy. And then I've got just a ton of other like emulators and games on here.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the purchase so far.
Right on, man. So the emulator experience is good. How's the battery life? That's what I'm also curious about because I'm just like, huh. The experience with my laptop has told me not great.
Not great.
So, yeah, like I have I'm running on a gaming laptop, which is what I've been. Let's see, I'm in more games like PS3, 360, and down. Like, yeah, but I don't think like that's ever gonna make a comeback. Also, because I don't think there's a whole lot of money in it anymore either. Unfortunately, all the people who are interested in that kind of shit moved to PC. It seems, especially for those older games.
I don't know if you can see the battery life on there, but this is like freshly unplugged. This is after that Devil May Cry 5 demo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So not great.
Great.
Yeah, like that seems about right. Because yeah, I'm a big fan of the idea of portable gaming until I rump up against limitations of portable gaming. Like my laptop's like at most 2 hours on a game that's relatively taxing.
Yeah, I can get probably an hour and a half out of it if I'm playing something that's taxing, or like on the Metroid Prime emulation. There's all sorts of stuff on like the Steam Deck subreddit about like buying power packs and how to attach them to your Steam Deck. But the battery life isn't fantastic, and I know that like I could do better if I turned down the brightness or limited the frame rate or whatever. But why would I do that?
Well, yeah, it's always it's always like a balancing act of that kind of thing. Versus where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna plug it in the AC adapter.
Yes. Yeah. And the AC adapter on this one bypasses the battery if it's fully charged, so you don't use any of your battery while you're charging.
Oh, that's excellent.
Going through AC.
That's excellent. Perfect. In fact. Okay, so you like it? You think the 650 is totally worth it?
So far, I bought a SD card on Prime Day, and I'll be putting Windows on that and using that for like Windows specific stuff that I'm having trouble installing, because this is my first really like experience with Linux. So using like the desktop mode and trying to get a handle on Linux has definitely been a learning curve, and trying to like tweak things and like do different stuff. And fortunately, there's a ton of tutorials out there for like using Steamdeck specific stuff. So doing it has just been a learning curve, but it's doable.
Gotcha. So is there a real incentive for this thing beyond, like, I guess, more portability if you have, say, a gaming laptop?
No. If you have a gaming laptop, I would probably just stick with that. And you're happy with it, I would just stick with that.
Okay, yeah.
I have been looking at getting like a GPD Win for years. And then this came out and it was like Valve's official thing, and I was like, okay, well this will probably run things better than a GPD Win will.
Most likely. So, okay, cool. Like, I was genuinely really curious about that. It's a device that I just like seems like such a luxury device, and like kind of unnecessary. So I was, all right, fair enough. Hey, you're chugging along. Outside of that, Monster Hunter Rise and Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, I finally got around to starting Jedi Fallen Order. I picked that up on launch, and just have not had
and you're just now
not had a
into
chance
it?
to play it.
3 years later.
Oh,
Bruh.
It's so good though.
It's a great game, and you're probably getting a better experience because I played it at launch, and it was a great game that was very janky, and I was playing the least janky version on the PC. So,
I'm sure. Yeah, that game is really fun. I'm only like 3 hours into it, but I'm having a blast with it. The Dark Souls mechanics in a Star Wars universe is like the perfect mashup.
Yeah,
for me.
Right.
yes. I'm more. Oh, we got a raid. It's raiding time.
Whoa.
Oh, thanks for the raid.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Lucifer, Sith Lord. Oh, did I get my layers wrong? Only the audio cue played, not the video. Oh, I think I got my layers wrong, guys.
Shit.
Sorry. That's my bad. Hold on one sec. Gonna fix that for next time. Thank you for thank you for having us catch it. How you doing, man? We're just talking about what we've been playing, the news, all that stuff. We're on the last little the end game here. So Jedi Fallen Order though, you digging that? You liking Star Wars Souls?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm playing it on an ultra wide monitor, so it's fantastic. It's so good.
Fantastic, my guy. Happy for you. Like,
and Monster Hunter Rise are making progress on. Almost done with it.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, I chipped at. Right on, man. How's the new job treating you? Good. What kind of job is it? And then
hopefully you like it.
Yeah. As far as stuff that were, oh lordy. Oh, you have the platinum. Nice. So he got all those achievos. Nice. So I plugged away at Cyberpunk some more. Full-time security at GSR, very nice.
Nice.
But yeah, so I plugged at Cyberpunk a little more. That I've yet to experience more than 1 or 2 glitches. It's been really good. That game has been. It's still very much like it very much has the vibes of a Western RPG. So that's always going to be a limitation I'm going to have with it. But all right, man, you take a good nap. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for everyone who sticks around. Everyone like and follow, or follow and sub if you like what you see. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, like I haven't run into real technical issues. Now they've gotten the new GPU in. Everything's been running great. Like I don't have anything bad to say about that for the most part.
It's like what, a year and a half after it came out.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Goes back to that talk we had earlier. You just gotta wait 1 to 2 years, and
just wait 2 years, get the game way cheaper, and then absolutely, absolutely, totally get that. All right, so along with all that, I also did DMC5. I've been wanting to clean out my PS5 hard drive because I
Yeah.
really don't want to buy a hard drive for it, a second hard drive. So I wrapped up Horizon Forbidden West, and I'm on to DMC5 Special Edition, and then I'm going to do the PS5 version of GTA, just to clean out as much hard drive space as possible. So, and GTA. Hey, guess what? DMC5. There's a reason it was my game of the year 2019. If you've not played that and you like character action games, it is a must play. Even if I find the parts where you play as V to be annoying. V is not fun.
I'll probably play that after Fallen Order.
Dude, do it. It's sick. It's so much fun, especially Dante in particular. Like Dante's like layout, his everything is just so much fun.
I remember watching like people were posting combo videos on Twitter with Dante, and I'm like, this looks like a fighting game. I don't what.
Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is, dude. Like I'm like legit doing like combos with him and whatnot. Nero is cool because you have to like use your devil arm in different situations depending on the devil arm you have. And
Right.
It's big fan. All right. So other than that, hey Emily, you played a game.
I did. It's weird.
You you played a game and it is one of the best games I've played on the Switch.
For sure.
Mario Odyssey. Tell us about the Marios.
I love the Marios. Yeah, so I was the other day at work I was contemplating on what game to pick up for my Switch because I kind of want to build up my collection, right? And I was talking with my brother and he's like, "Oh, you should get like Link's Awakening or Skyward Sword HD or if you haven't gotten it, 3D All-Stars, Mario Odyssey, all these games." I'm like, "Well, I got Mario 3D All-Stars that
Yeah.
first and only year."
Yeah, that was
So,
good call for considering it was time limited.
physical and digital copy, by the way.
Yeah, no, nice. I have a.
So there is that. And then I was just like, yeah, it's great. I'll get Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, it's dope. Game is dope.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
Yeah, no,
that's what people have been saying. I'm only let's see, I'm in the second area right now, so I'm in the Sand Kingdom. And I've been chugging away at that for a little bit, and I do see the comparison when Kirby came out.
Oh yeah, I think Nintendo gotten really big into a design philosophy of let's make everything like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild that we can. Which I mean,
open world and all of that.
Yeah, which I mean, if you're gonna rip off two games, those are two really good choices to rip off. To be fair.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, overall, having a good time.
Right on.
Nice.
You know, you I know you're not far in because that's like what the second or third kingdom.
Second.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it's that game. Took Mario back to the 64 Sunshine roots, I wasn't sure about because I really liked Galaxy and I really liked 3D World, but it did a really good job. I haven't played it since it came out. Like I played so much of that game the first 3 months of it. I was like, oh, I'm okay not touching this ever again.
Yeah. Same. It's such a good game though. Like,
yeah,
I'm really excited that you get to play it for the first time.
Yeah, like that. Report back. That's going to be very interesting.
Yes.
I'm probably going to be playing it for a while, so
probably, in all honesty. All right, so everybody, I think that's everything. It's a short show this week. Oh wait, no, Jesus, Dragonflight. Oh my god.
We got one more big thing.
I do want to mention one quick thing before we go into Dragonflight conversation.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This December marks 35 years of Final Fantasy.
Cool.
December 18th, 1987 was the release of the first Final Fantasy game.
I was at their 25th anniversary event, and it was terrible. 10 years ago.
Here's to hoping Square can pull something and make 35th better.
Yes.
Maybe they've learned.
That, to be fair, they have a lot of stuff they can pull from. They have Crisis Core is supposed to be out end of the year. 16 is out next summer. 14 they could probably do some stuff for. Like there's a lot of stuff
There's a lot of
going
things that they
on
can do.
Yes.
to make that memorable. Final Fantasy is one of the most important franchises in the history of video games.
Yep.
It's probably the most influential JRPG ever. So yeah, I'm hoping that this event is not that terrible monorail Final Fantasy 13-3 event that Quinn and I went to. So yeah, that's that. All right, cool. I like, God knows we're all Final Fantasy fans here.
True.
So
Very much.
I'm just jaded with every non-MMO release after 10.
Yes. Yes.
So all right.
Games look pretty, but man,
they play like hot garbage.
Yep, they don't play nearly as well as they look.
Yeah. All right. So hey, Dragonflight, the alpha hit this week, and man, there's a lot of news. Like
Yeah,
a
and
lot of news.
A lot of promising news.
Yes, lots of good stuff going on here. I agree with what Asmongold said. I don't think that it's going to be a good 1 to 2 expansions before everything is like kosher
Fixed.
and good and like
Yeah.
up to tier. Because like everyone's being like, oh man, the Evoker and all these new models look great, but what about the old ones? Like, well, they're not gonna fix this all at once, guys. It's too big.
Right.
So, but yes, a lot of new stuff has brought out. The fact that like straight up the new lore looks great, the new talent trees look great. They're bringing back group loot for raids for raid content. They learned the new dragon flying stuff looks awesome.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff here. Like the zones look amazing, the new UI looks amazing. Like it's I want to be excited.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard though, right? Like, because it's been in such a shitty place for so long that it's hard to be excited. But like, a lot of this is looking pretty good.
Yeah, like it's because like most of Shadowlands outside of like the last patch was just a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
And Battle for Azeroth was just such an up and down experience. Like for every good thing, there was a bad thing.
Yeah.
So like to go to get to this point where it's like, okay, hey, it's okay. We're okay again.
We're okay, kids. We're okay.
Is like and like no, it doesn't look amazing. Like it doesn't look like it's this big jump for Warcraft, but that's not what they needed. Like they needed to go back to basics and fix shit. And it appears that they're doing that. So like yeah, like I'm a big fan of them doing that. That's it's exactly what they should have been doing at this with Shadowlands, but they doubled down on existing systems and covenants and all this other stuff. So yeah, I don't I don't really have anything negative to say about it, just because it's very much like people are like, oh, what's gonna happen when you end game? You're going to gear and do professions.
Yep, you're gonna have a raid. You're gonna kill stuff. You're gonna get gear to kill stuff easier, and then you're gonna get a new raid, and then you're gonna kill stuff, and then like
it's just an endless cycle, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get with the program.
That's
same as every other raid tier.
Pretty much, exactly. So I have high hopes. I'm still like in a place where I'm just like, ugh, please, like,
yeah,
it's a scary place to be. So, that said, if they screw this up, it's game over.
Lights out. Yep, lights out.
It's you done. So, all right. Well, anyway, all right. I think that's pretty much everything, guys. We'll report back on more Dragonflight stuff and more everything stuff as time goes on. Thank you for tuning in. We absolutely adore you, and you have yourself a lovely day. Bye.
See ya.